One day, a mom came in with her two daughters. It was pretty early in the morning, like around 9 o'clock. She was signing up her two very young daughters for our after-school center. I think it was first grader and a third grader. And while she was talking to our after-school center director to sign them up, she said, "Yeah, we just came from the hospital." And then he's, asked her, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "Well, the girls had been abused by their uncle." And he just quickly gave me a call because my office was right around the corner from where they were getting signed up for After School Center. And he said, "I have a mom here who I think needs to talk to you. Can you see her?" And I said, "Sure, send them back." So I was able to sit with the mom and set the girls up at my table with the Play-Doh, with the puppets, with all kinds of paper and coloring supplies. And then the mom was just able to share with me what had just happened. And what is really important about what happened is that although there are services out there to help our kids when they go through this, sometimes it takes a really long time for the kids and the parents to get those services that they need. We were able to meet right away. I was able to not only support the mom and explain to her how important her strength was for the girls in that moment, but then the girls were able to start their healing journey right away.
Brighter Day is it's a class, or it's groups where kids and teens get to come into a safe place. It gives them this opportunity to really have them just share about their lives and really open up about things that maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable in other settings.
We think about young men and young girls that are in high school, that they go to school, they wake up at 6 in the morning to go to school all day, they come to work to 6:30, and then after that they come and they voluntarily come for an hour to speak about important topics that are not easy, but they want to talk about it. These groups were consistent for 10 weeks. And so it's incredible because this wasn't forced for them. They signed up themselves. There wasn't like, "Why aren't you here?" It was, they wanted to come.
I've been going to Brighter Day ever since my 7th grade year. And from in our 7th grade, like my middle school years, it's still extremely helpful. The things I got to talk about, the things I got to get off my chest, and the things that I learned from it was a lot. But as you know, once we're getting up to like our higher ages, teenagers go through a lot of things. They experience a lot of things. It's when the lives are most easily influenced by the things around them. And in situations like that, you experience a lot of things, negative and positive. And in all honesty, once you get to like Brighterness as your 9th and 10th grade year and all that stuff, is when you really get to like talk about these problems that you're experiencing.
So what it means to be trauma-informed or providing trauma-informed care basically means that we are taking into account trauma in every interaction that we have during our programming and throughout our organization, and making sure that our kids, our teens, their families, their experience at New City Kids not only is a safe one and promotes healing and not harm. That is basically what it means to be trauma-informed, but there are 6 principles that we follow that really counteract trauma. So those are safety first, trust and transparency second, collaboration and mutuality, peer-to-peer support, empowerment, giving voice and choice, and the last one is just being aware and paying attention to gender, cultural, and historical issues. That is approaching things with a trauma lens, is what I typically refer to it as, and it's really important for a healthy, safe environment at New City Kids.
With the curriculum, for the kids, it will go through let's say first graders to eighth graders, and the lesson will be the same, but obviously the way that it's delivered is different. We're promoting safety for the kids, right? And so with that means emotional safety, but also physical safety. And one of the things to know about physical safety is kids need to be aware of what are okay and what's not okay, what are safe touches and what is not okay touches. And then with the teens, there is a list of topics, a curriculum that's made, but the teens actually choose which ones they're interested in. Having group therapy or having individualized sessions in comparison just to talking to a friend is very, very different. And I think that's the importance of it, and I think there's huge differences between that.
The Brighter Day is so important in underserved cities because so many of our kids deal with depression, anxiety, identity issues. So many of them deal with so much fear and loss in their lives. And so having Brighter Day placed in their hearts, in their lives, helps them deal with those things.
Brighter Day is that specific opening up the conversation, not only learning about it, but giving the kids a chance to say how they feel or to share their experiences and learn that they are not alone and that there is help if it's needed. But it is that place that can not only interrupt something harmful, but it's the space where they gain that extra support that then allows them to continue.